It looks like the fight against Galamsey.
I told you to shake it off. You
All
promised
right,
me.
let's go, man. Well, it looks like
Do
the
this,
fight
do this.
against. So it looks like the fight against Galamsey still lingers on, you know. And as a people, you would think that we would come close to winning this war, because this is a war that started in the previous government. And it is interesting to know that the number that turned out this time, well, this Galamsey demo was organized by Fix the Country movement again. And of course, we have to give them their props of how consistent they've been. But I am here thinking that for a demonstration that people are allowed to freely express themselves, didn't have numbers like compared to a previous administration where people were not allowed to demonstrate and say their views. I think we can pick some lesson from this, that actually if you allow people to speak and give them their freedom, what harm could they really do?
I am actually disappointed in you. Let me start by saying that. I actually thought when we came in this morning, you hand over a bouquet of flowers to me and say, "This is your flowers, take it." I've been telling you year in, year out that Obia Boa. But let's give kudos to the Fix the Country group.
Right.
I love their consistency. I love their consistency.
Yeah. And my favorite Ghanaian, though, Nadine that old
Oh,
woman.
yes.
That's my favorite Ghanaian, man.
Consistency is the name of the game. They have proven to us, at least for now, that they were not partisan, and they are not partisan today. But interestingly, we've not seen some faces we saw in the last year's one. So like Efia Odo, the Felicity Nelson, we saw Ama Governor again. We saw Glenn, the guy with the beard. We've seen the leader.
I didn't see Kalije.
Kalije, for some reason, I think, has distanced himself from this Fix the Country things. But those who were involved and they were even arrested for demonstrating last year, quite a number of them showed up this year, which is a good sign, right?
But you know, what Fix the Country is asking for from this demonstration is two things. Repeal LI 2462 and declare a state of emergency to solve our Galamsey.
And you think the leaders of this country, they don't know what they can do to end Galamsey? We keep tickling ourselves with, we have other options, we know what we can do. The problem is that nobody is willing to step up to take that action.
You know, I am happy you are saying that we know what we can do.
Yeah.
And these people are asking for state of emergency, and it looks like that has become the popular solution for solving Galamsey. But me, I sit here and dare say that is not the only solution to Galamsey. This is why I'm saying this. Look, there are really issues that are really happening, causing this Galamsey to thrive. We have issues of unemployment. We have issues of foreign involvement into Galamsey. We have issues of laws not being enforced. These are issues that are really in the heart of Galamsey. But if we want to ignore all these things and still say that, okay, let's go ahead and declare a state of emergency and not really tackling that. Now look at it. If you declare a state of emergency without fixing alternative livelihood, without fixing the poverty problem, well, you can declare it. All you will do is, you trying to fix another problem is fixing another problem, actually introducing another one. Because there are repercussions. There are people's rights that could be kept. All of this. And for a country like Ghana, which touts itself so much as the bane of African democracy, as the hallmark, yes, that is the right word, as the hallmark of African democracy, you don't want to be seen as your region being unstable and all of that. And think about how it will drive investors out. So please, we have to be truthful to ourselves. And this is to Mr. President. Mr. President, well, we trust in your leadership. And you have told us that there are alternative tools you can use. But there is always a limit to how far we can wait. Because if those tools are not working, then Mr. President, you will be forced to go with the popular opinion for a solution.
This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to
Why
God.
do you always do this to me?
I don't do anything to you. I am just happy that now at least we share the same perspective to an extent when it comes to this topic. Mr. President John Dramani Mahama was forcing the former President Akufo-Addo to declare state of emergency. He didn't know all these things exist. He didn't know that if you declare state of emergency now, there will be problems with people not having alternative jobs, with people, the human rights. We didn't know all that when he was standing on campaign platform, giving the president then Akufo-Addo pressure to declare state of emergency.
But you know why we are talking about a president who was speaking to a government at that time that allowed miners to mine in forest, hence that LI 246.
But the mining in forest hasn't stopped, has it?
So you know what you are trying to do is to compare that.
Not comparison. I am saying that when you are in opposition and you are telling governments in power to do certain things, especially when you have a former president who is now being brought back as president, he should know better. So when Sam George was telling Akufo-Addo that he can solve Galamsey within a week, what was his standing point? What was his foundation? When Okujeto Ablakwa, after the helicopter thing happened, told us that president is about to take some drastic measures when it comes to Galamsey, it's been over a month. What is happening? Now we rather have a president addressing Ghanaians and telling us that we have other solutions to solve Galamsey rather than state of emergency. So I'm saying that on one hand, I commend you for at least agreeing with me all this while to say that the state of emergency thing, perhaps they should just tell us that, see, the past is not the present. What I saw then is not what I am seeing now. I am sorry, but I have options to still deal with this. We are Ghanaians, we understand you. But don't gaslight us to think that you didn't say that the Akufo-Addo should declare state of emergency and now you have other solutions, so we should take it like that. No, we are not fools. I'm sorry.
You see, even people in the previous government have always maintained that declaring a state of emergency is not the best of solution.
When did they realize this? That's my problem. See, when you force down an idea onto the Ghanaian people that when I come, I will declare state of emergency because you were telling the then government to do so. You are here and now you are telling us stories.
No,
is that why we voted for them?
So I am saying that even in the opposition party, there are factions who believe that state of emergency is not the way to go. So is it the case that we put pressure on the previous government that declared a state of emergency and we come and we realize that there are other tools we can use and so we'll go in for that. And because we had a stance then, so we are not at liberty to change that stance. And why am I saying this? Okay. Their own Miracles Abuaji has said that state of emergency is not the solution, but what? Rather, let's invest in social mindset reorientation. And I agree. Look, this Galamsey is people that are involved. People are the one digging the holes. People, and these people come from communities. And these communities have leaders, have chiefs, have their traditional councils and all of that. How? So if you sitting in your Accra and thinking declaring state of emergency for someone in Akwitia, where he, at the end of the day, he still has to eat, and then you are doing that without, how about if you rather invest in the people, giving them another alternative, and then letting the chiefs and people know that, look, this is your land, this is your water.
Bro.
That, you see, let's channel the energy somewhere rather than, okay, because someone said this should be done and now they have come, they are unable to do it. We are building a country. Let's forge the conversation forward. Don't you agree?
There's a saying that it's only the fool or a fool who doesn't change his or her mind. Right?
Yes.
So I'm saying that when you were outside the gates, you were throwing stones onto the compound.
Right.
Now you come to the compound and realize, hey, this is not all that there is to what I was seeing. No. The only thing I'm saying is that for dignity of the citizens and to show that you respect citizens of Ghana, just admit to us that I was seeing 6, now I am seeing 9. We are not saying you are wrong for changing your mind or changing your approach. Perhaps what you have met is different from what you thought it was. So now you want to change your approach. Let's move on from that side, but I'm just saying that. You see the Obia Boa I'm talking about. The same Dennis Miracles Abuaje told us that Professor Frimpong Boateng's report was bogus. He told us.
So what? Now you want to discredit Miracles?
I'm not discrediting. I am just drumming home that Obia Boa, they are politicians and they are playing politics. That's what I am trying to draw our minds to.
Right.
I am not here to even defend the
no
former
one
government.
is here to we are here to speak
I'm saying that
for the
my
Ghanaian
perspectives
people.
are not here to defend any side. I am just telling you that politicians will be politicians if you don't call them out. Right. They will think that you are a fool, because this is the definition of gaslighting. You told us something, we are reminding you that you told us something, you are telling us no, there are other alternatives. So when I was listening to you last year, September, was I mad? Now we are at a critical stage in our lives where children are being born, babies are being born with deformity.
Yeah.
People are drinking mercury every day. And we are talking about kidney and other things, and you think you are fine. That contomere you ate yesterday, that fufu you ate yesterday at the chop bar, do you know where the cassava is coming from?
Yeah.
Do you know where the contomere is coming from?
Yes. This is dangerous.
Now Densua is over 60 years old. She is on the streets demonstrating. You and I, when we call for demonstration, do we go? We don't go. I am worried because as youth, it's almost as if we don't care about what is happening. But the future, we keep saying, is us. We don't have monies to be solving illnesses that will cost us serious monies every week.
Yeah. You know, I think for the youth are not, it's not that the youth are not, they do not care. I feel they are not motivated enough to fight for their country, because the country in which they live in is not serving them as it should. Because as a youth, you can't even boast of a decent accommodation. You can't boast of decent 3 square meals.
That's the motivation you need, my brother. That's the motivation. You to fight for your country, you need motivation. Intrinsic or extrinsic? The motivation is the job you don't have. The motivation is the waters they are polluting, because it will get to a point in this country when we import water, you and I, we can't buy.
So
the politician and his family will be able to buy. So what motivation is bigger than this? A 60-year-old Nadenswa, over 60-year-old Nadenswa is fighting. But you and I, we are keyboard warriors. We are doing our part here using this platform. Somebody will just come and insult but won't do anything or add anything to the discourse. That energy you use to insult every day, if you wake up every morning and you say stop Galamsey now, and you tag John Dramani Mahama or you tag the Lance Minister every day, do you know the difference that will make?
So do you know why I say there is no motivation? You make the point.
You don't need motivation,
you make the point that yes, the job you don't have, the 3 square meals you can't get, all these things should serve as motivation. But the youth is still looking at it as a rigged system, a system that works against the youth, and that if I'm to put all this energy into trying to fight for a country that serves its people with jobs, that feeds its people, and yet still it goes to a rigged system, a crooked system, I'll rather put that energy into flying out of the jurisdiction, because that place, even I just have to put a minimum energy to even make more.
I'm very sorry, but I'm not. Anybody who thinks that way is not wise. You channeling that energy to move out of this country, your family members will move with you, or they'll still be
so
here
how would you explain the migration that is going on? Like people want to leave their country.
Go. You will leave and go, but your mother will be here, your father will be here, your siblings will be here. The same polluted water is what they will drink. You will still send down dollars and pounds for them to go to the hospital. It is not wise for anybody to think like that. No. The motivation you need are some of these things I'm mentioning. We don't have time, we don't have the energy, but we can go on people's video with all the might and the motivation in the world to insult. But something like drinking water, that right now in Accra, we think we are not affected, but some places where they are not even into Galamsey, now other streams are bringing the polluted water and it's polluting theirs too. So I am saying that when we sit aloof as youth, when you see Kenya, we see other places, you are happy. You think things are going on. It takes smaller efforts like what we are doing now, calling authority and making them accountable that, see, we are at a point in our lives where if we joke, we would die. Oh. The whole country. See, I saw a video of people in the marketplace. I don't know where exactly. I think it's at Takwa or something. I forgot it. Marketplace. Oh, they've dug the thing. They were sitting down. Oh, the thing just caved in like that. As a yetehano be to Galamsey we chile ho unim. Or unim cry, you still have to go to the market. So you went one morning and the place has caved in like that. That's how dangerous people are living in other places.
Well, I think a national crisis has confronted us, and all hands on deck, of course, especially the youth. You know, we are all involved, and who can build this
right now, I feel like the
us?
lands minister is helpless, if you ask me.
Why?
Yes, because the enthusiasm started with trying to fight this Galamsey thing. Now you watch him and you are feeling sorry for him. It's almost as if he wants to do something, but somebody somewhere is pulling him back. And if he has presidential ambition, then this will be the yardstick, because what could you post to know? Well, right now, if you look at him, instead of him to give us hope, we are rather looking at him with some, boy. Don't do that.
You know,
let's fight this thing.
Regardless, this nation will be built. Regardless, this nation would be great. And we are all involved, especially the youth. So let's all get involved. Let us partake. Let us all partake in the betterment of this country. And whilst you're doing that, recommend us to a brother, a friend. Until we come your way next time, make sure you're a great citizen. We out.